The decisions you make in your 20s and 30s shape the rest of your life, whether you're building your career, relationships, or finances. But let's face it, no one's perfect, and we all make mistakes. The key is learning from them and avoiding the ones that could derail your future. If you're in your 20s or 30s, chances are you're standing at a crossroads with countless choices to make. And while learning from mistakes is part of life, some missteps can cost you time, money, and opportunities that are hard to get back. In today's video, we're going to talk about the top 5 mistakes to avoid in your 20s and 30s, so you can set yourself up for long-term success. These aren't the kind of mistakes you want to learn about the hard way, so stick around if you want to make better decisions and avoid unnecessary setbacks. Your 20s and 30s are some of the most formative years of your life. You're figuring out your career, managing your finances, building relationships, and, let's be honest, just trying to figure out who you are. But while these years are full of exciting opportunities, they're also full of pitfalls that can have long-term consequences. What might seem like a small decision at the time can have a huge impact on your future happiness, wealth, and success. So, in today's video, I'm going to walk you through the top 5 mistakes to avoid in your 20s and 30s. Whether you're already in these age ranges or you're approaching them, understanding these mistakes will help you make smarter choices that benefit you in the years to come. Let's jump right in. 1. Not investing early enough. Let's start with a huge one: not investing early enough. If you're in your 20s or early 30s, the idea of investing might seem like something you'll do when you're older, when you've got more money and a clearer idea of what you're doing. But here's the reality: the earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. Here's why it's so important. Compound interest is your best friend. Even if you're only able to invest a small amount in your 20s, the power of compounding can turn that into a significant amount by the time you reach your 40s, 50s, and beyond. The longer you wait, the less time your investments have to grow. Many people in their 20s make the mistake of thinking they have time to start building their wealth. But by waiting too long, you miss out on years of potential returns. Starting early doesn't mean you have to invest a lot right away, but even small, consistent contributions to your retirement account, stocks, or real estate investments will set you up for future financial freedom. The best advice? Start now, even if it's just a little bit. Your future self will thank you. Pro tip: if you're unsure about how to start, consider low-cost index funds or retirement accounts like 401k or IRAs. These are great options for beginners, and they take much of the guesswork out of investing. 2. Living beyond your means. Now let's talk about something many people struggle with in their 20s and 30s. Living beyond your means. Whether it's spending too much on luxuries you can't afford, taking on massive debt to keep up with the Joneses, or living in an apartment or house that's out of your budget, living beyond your means is a trap that can have devastating consequences for your financial future. Why is this a big mistake? Debt accumulates quickly. If you're spending more than you're earning, it's easy to rack up credit card debt, personal loans, or other types of high-interest debt that can quickly spiral out of control. This not only hurts your credit, but can take years to pay off. Missing out on saving and investing. When you're focused on spending rather than saving or investing, you miss opportunities to build wealth and prepare for your future. Stress and burnout. Constantly worrying about money, struggling to make ends meet, and living paycheck to paycheck can cause anxiety and stress that will affect your mental and physical health. The key to avoiding this mistake is living below your means. Focus on building good financial habits, such as creating a budget, saving a percentage of your income, and avoiding debt whenever possible. Pro tip: don't compare your financial situation to others. It's easy to get caught up in social media or what your friends are doing, but focus on your own financial goals and avoid unnecessary spending. 3. Not prioritizing health and well-being. When we're in our 20s and 30s, it's easy to feel invincible. After all, you're young, you have energy, and health problems seem like something for later in life. But neglecting your health in your youth can have lasting consequences. This mistake usually shows up in the form of poor eating habits, constantly grabbing fast food or neglecting a balanced diet. Lack of exercise, skipping workouts or not taking time for physical activity, thinking you'll make up for it later. Not managing stress, failing to practice stress relief techniques like meditation, mindfulness, or simply taking breaks. Why is this such a big mistake? Poor habits today lead to bigger problems tomorrow. What may seem like small, short-term choices can build up over time. Unhealthy eating, lack of exercise, and unmanaged stress contribute to chronic health issues like heart disease, diabetes, and mental health struggles. The cost of healthcare, chronic illnesses can become expensive to treat in the future. It's far better to invest in your health now through regular exercise, eating well, and managing stress than to face medical bills down the road. Taking care of your body and mind will help you feel better, perform better at work, and live a more fulfilling life. Remember, your health is an investment, not something to take for granted. Pro tip: start small by committing to 30 minutes of exercise a day, cutting out processed foods, and making time for mental health practices like journaling or yoga. 4. Neglecting relationships. Next, let's talk about neglecting relationships, whether that's family, friends, or romantic partners. In our 20s and 30s, we're often caught up in the hustle of building a career, making money, and pursuing personal goals. While these things are important, it's easy to lose sight of the people who matter most in your life. Why does this matter? Relationships are everything. A strong support system is critical when you're going through tough times, chasing your dreams, or just navigating life. Neglecting relationships can lead to loneliness, burnout, and even regret down the road. Time doesn't wait. People grow, change, and sometimes drift apart. If you don't invest time in the people who are important to you, you may find yourself with fewer meaningful connections later in life. Romantic relationships. Neglecting a romantic partner, whether through lack of communication or emotional neglect, can lead to relationship breakdowns and missed opportunities for long-term happiness. The takeaway here is simple. Make time for your relationships. Whether it's scheduling a weekly catch-up with friends, prioritizing family, or nurturing a romantic relationship, these bonds are essential for your overall happiness. Pro tip: set boundaries with your career and personal goals, and make sure that you're carving out time for the people who matter most. 5. Fear of failure or taking risks. Finally, the last mistake to avoid is letting the fear of failure prevent you from taking risks. In your 20s and 30s, this is the time to experiment, take chances, and step outside your comfort zone. Whether it's launching a business, pursuing a career change, or trying something completely new, failure is part of growth. Why is this a mistake? Fear keeps you stagnant. Playing it safe all the time can result in missed opportunities, both personally and professionally. You won't know what you're capable of if you never try. Growth comes from failure. Every successful person has failed many times. The key is learning from those failures and adjusting your approach. The most important thing is that you keep going and don't let fear hold you back. Pro tip: embrace failure as part of the process. Set small, manageable goals that push you out of your comfort zone and gradually build your confidence. So, there you have it. The top 5 mistakes to avoid in your 20s and 30s. These are the years when you lay the foundation for the rest of your life, and making the right decisions now can save you from costly regrets later on. To recap, start investing early to build wealth over time. Live below your means to avoid debt and stress. Prioritize health and well-being for long-term vitality. Don't neglect your relationships. They're the foundation of happiness. Don't be afraid of failure. Take risks and learn from mistakes. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on building a better future. And let me know, what's one mistake you're committed to avoiding in your 20s or 30s? Share it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself and take action today for a brighter tomorrow.